This guy booked a super unique hotel where you actually have to stay with a dog. When he opened the door, a tiny pup was just sitting there. At first, he thought it was kind of weird, but then the dog suddenly walked right up to him. The next day, he straight up canceled all his meetings and stayed in the hotel all day just to hang out with the dog. They started playing hide and seek. First round, the dog found him real quick. But the next time, while the dog wasn't looking, the guy hid behind the next door. As soon as the dog turned around, boom, he jumped out and scared him. But the wild part? Somehow nobody even liked the video. This girl had always dreamed of seeing a peacock spread its feathers up close, so she walked up to one with a little food in her hand. At first, the peacock wasn't really feeling it. It just kept pecking at the food on the ground like it didn't care at all. But she didn't give up. She stayed there, holding her hand out, just waiting. Little did she know, her moment was about to happen. As soon as the peacock finished eating, it suddenly spread its beautiful feathers wide open, like it was low-key saying thank you to her. This parrot couldn't lay her egg properly, so her owner decided to step in and help. After the egg finally came out, she placed it in a chicken's nest so it could stay nice and warm. A few days later, a tiny crack showed up, and out popped a little baby parrot. From that moment on, the girl spent all her time raising the little guy. With her care, the baby started growing strong and healthy. Soon, its feathers came in, and in just a few months, it turned into a beautiful parrot. Its playful vibes filled the whole house with happiness. And now, wherever she goes, the little dude is always right behind her like her shadow.
While feeding them, the lion suddenly snatched the food, and the tongs slipped right inside. It even warned her with low growls. As it kept eating, it got more aggressive, standing its ground to protect his food. Making eye contact, it refused to give anything back. Then came the tiger, but surprisingly, it calmly ate and even acted a little affectionate. And finally, the last one, a small cat. But the moment she got close, it reacted aggressively, just like the lion.
This dude got hurt, so he decided to get some help from his dog. He put some cash in a little basket and sent the dog off to grab medicine from a pharmacy. The dog instantly got it and ran straight to the store, but there was one problem. The girl at the pharmacy had no idea what kind of medicine he needed. Then this smart little pup did something wild. He lifted his paw and started acting like it was hurt. Right away, the girl caught on and gave him medicine for a leg injury. The dog grabbed it, headed back home, and Loki completed his little mission like a pro. Look, when Dad was eating an apple and using his laptop, this little puppy kept watching him closely. Then Dad tossed a piece of apple from his mouth and the puppy caught it and ate it. But after that, the puppy got mad at Dad. The puppy even refused to eat watermelon from Dad's hands. But when Dad gently cut the watermelon and gave it nicely, the puppy finally started eating again and everyone gave this cute puppy a
Two dogs kept fighting over a piece of meat, but the real shock came from their owner, who kept giving the bigger portion to the white dog and only tiny scraps to the black one. Day after day, the black dog grew sad, its eyes almost tearing up. Then something unexpected happened. The white dog refused to eat and gently tapped the black dog as if telling the owner to feed him first. From that moment on, whenever food came, the white dog made sure fairness always came first.
This dog was about to become a mother for the first time, but the pain of becoming a mother was very hard on her. Even walking became difficult for her. Seeing her condition, the owner took great care of her health and paid close attention to her food. Then one day, the dog suddenly felt severe pain, so the owner rushed to the hospital. The doctor immediately began treatment, and soon tiny puppies started coming into the world one by one. She gave birth to 8 healthy puppies, and when the doctor showed her the babies, in that very moment, she felt that all the pain she had gone through was completely worth it.
This family just built their very first home, and they wanted to make the day extra special. So they decided to leave their footprints in the wet cement. Dad went first and stamped his prints, then Mom did hers too. But then things got kind of funny. When it was their little dog's turn, he went wild and left paw prints all over the cement. At first, everyone thought he messed it up, but honestly, the dog low-key made it even cuter and way more memorable.
This man set up a fun challenge for his 3 dogs just to see how they would solve it. The first dog used his strong jaw to bend the stick and quickly earned his reward. The second dog wasn't that smart and accidentally dropped the stick. He kept pushing it with his paws, and after much effort, he finally managed to pull it from the other side. But the third dog turned out to be the smartest of them all. As soon as the man handed him the stick, he simply dropped it. Then he jumped to the other side and enjoyed the treat.
ये औरत अपने प्यारे समंदरी ओटर को खाना खिलाने की कोशिश कर रही थी, लेकिन उसने गलती से उसका खाना बहुत ज्यादा ऊंचा उछाल दिया। नन्हा ओटर अपनी पूरी कोशिश करता रहा, बार बार छलांग लगाकर उसे पकड़ने की कोशिश करता रहा। ऐसा लग रहा था जैसे वो उसे मुतासिर करना चाहता हो। औरत उस मजाहिया मंजर पर हंसने लगी और उसे बार बार कहती रही कि कोशिश न करे, मगर वो पुरेज़म था। वो पानी में गोता लगाकर आया और एक और बड़ी छलांग लगाई, मगर फिर भी कामयाब न हो सका, इसलिए वो थोड़ा शर्मिंदा नजर आया। फिर वो उसके पास गया और औरत ने उससे कहा कि कुछ छोटे छोटे करतब दिखाओ ताकि वो अपना खाना हासिल कर सके। आखिरकार ऑटर को उसकी मेहनत का जायज इनाम मिल ही गया।
This man and his dog loved playing video games together. It was their favorite hobby, but the dog sometimes liked to play alone. One day, while he was in the middle of an intense game, his owner decided to prank him. He leaned over and turned off the computer completely. The dog looked at his owner in disbelief and unleashed his gaming rage. Then he threw the keyboard in frustration. This owner brought his dog to the groomer to get a fresh new haircut for a big party. The groomer started by trimming his tail and carefully shaping it into a cute fluffy style. Next, he moved on to shaping the whiskers and the hair around his ears. The dog was very calm during the process and even assisted the groomer in every way he could, as if he knew he needed to look good for the party. After that, he trimmed the fur on his belly. And finally, with a few finishing touches, the groomer revealed the dog's brand new, stylish look. This girl prepared the bed for her 3 dogs. At first, 2 of them quickly took their spots, but even though there was plenty of space, the 3rd dog squeezed himself right between the other 2. So the owner laid out a bigger mattress so all 3 could sleep comfortably, but still the 3rd dog did the same thing again. Then she came up with another idea and brought out 2 separate mattresses, but the 3rd dog refused to sleep separately. Then the owner realized that those 3 had actually grown up together and had slept closely their entire lives. Their bond was truly inseparable. This owner came up with a genius idea to make her cats drink more water because they didn't like drinking at all. At first, she bought a fancy water fountain, and the cats loved it for a few days, but soon they got bored and stopped using it. Then one day, she caught one of them drinking from the toilet, so she made a toilet-shaped water bowl for them. The cats absolutely loved it and even lined up to take turns drinking from it. But there was a problem. Some of them kept getting stuck inside, so she finally came up with a brilliant solution. She placed a clear water bowl right on top of the fish tank. Now the cats ended up drinking a lot of water, hoping they could empty it to reach the fish. This owner bought a tiny bed for her cat. Ever since he was a kitten, he used to sleep beside her every night. But after she got married, there was no space left for him on the bed, so she decided to buy him his own little bed. But the bed was so small that only half of his body could fit, so he looked really upset. Seeing this, the owner decided to do something special. She built him his very own mini room. She placed a slightly bigger bed, a soft sofa, a fluffy mattress, and even a tiny table. Then she added a personal snack cabinet just for him. And finally, she finished it with a night lamp so he could sleep comfortably. This cat leaves fur everywhere, so his owner came up with a brilliant idea. He collected all the loose fur and made a tiny pair of cute slippers just for his cat. But when the other cats saw them, they got super jealous. So the owner decided to make slippers for all of them too. Even after that, there was still plenty of fur left. Not wanting to waste it, he started making little plushies that looked exactly like his cat's. Now, every cat has its own adorable mini version. This owner tried to teach his kitten how to use the litter box because the kitten is only 2 months old and still can't use it. He kept using the floor as his personal toilet, so the owner decided it was time for some training. First, he dug a small hole in the litter box, placed a piece of paper inside, and showed the kitten how to cover it. But halfway through the lesson, the little one started biting his finger. So in frustration, the owner finally asked for his mom's help. She patiently showed him step by step, but instead of focusing on his lesson, the naughty little kitten chose to sleep in the litter box. This owner brought his dog to the groomer to get a fresh new haircut for a big party. The groomer started by trimming his tail and carefully shaping it into a cute fluffy style. Next, he moved on to shaping the whiskers and the hair around his ears. The dog was very calm during the process and even assisted the groomer in every way he could, as if he knew he needed to look good for the party. After that, he trimmed the fur on his belly. And finally, with a few finishing touches, the groomer revealed the dog's brand new, stylish look. This woman discovered something shocking under her house floor. For days, she had been hearing strange noises coming from there, so she decided to investigate. Using a thermal camera, she marked the exact spot before carefully cutting the floor open. When she lifted the board, she was shocked to find a huge beehive hidden underneath. She gently removed the hive and began collecting the honeycomb. Then she carefully located the queen bee and placed her inside a new box. Soon, the rest of the bees began following their queen and slowly settled into their new home. This man discovered something large stuck in his horse's hoof, so he immediately removed it, but the horse was still limping, so he decided to treat it properly. First, he removed the old horseshoe, then he thoroughly cleaned all the dirt from the hoof. After that, he carefully trimmed and shaped the edges using special tools. Next, he prepared a new horseshoe and made sure it fit perfectly. He nailed it on with care and even applied a special gel to prevent infection. Finally, he finished with hoof oil to make it more shiny. By the end, the horse looked at him like it wanted to thank him for everything. This man found a group of baby birds birds and thought they looked very ugly. But what happened next left him completely speechless. When he brought them home, they had no feathers, and their skin was so thin that he could almost see their internal organs, even the food inside them. Their beaks also had tiny glowing spots that shine in the dark to help their mother find them easily at night. But as they slowly grew, their appearance began to change. To the man's surprise, their thin skin was soon covered by colorful feathers, and they turned into some of the most beautiful birds he had ever seen. This man hatched a rare two-headed turtle, but there was a big problem. It refused to eat. Both heads could move, but neither would touch the food. Following advice from others, he raised the water temperature. A day later, something surprising happened. One head finally started eating, but the other still refused. Doctors later confirmed both heads shared the same stomach, so one eating was enough to keep it alive. Soon, the eating head grew bigger, while the other stayed small. And even after a month, the turtle survived, only because one head never gave up. When this owner bought a durian, his cats immediately started rubbing their fur all over it. He thought maybe they actually liked the smell of durian, so he tried letting them taste it. But the moment they smelled it, they almost threw up. That's when he realized the cats didn't like the smell. They just loved rubbing against the durian's spiky skin. Then the owner suddenly got a genius idea. He cut the durian shell into tiny shoe shapes and used the extra cat fur to make the soft upper part of the shoes. And his cats loved those little shoes so much that he even made a matching pair for himself so they could twin together. This dog's facial hair grew so long that he couldn't even see properly, so the owner took him to a groomer to trim his hair. He started by cutting the hair around the dog's eyes so he could finally see clearly. Then he trimmed the extra hair on his face and shaped it into a cute round shape. And after the haircut was done, the tiny dog looked just like a fluffy teddy bear. When this owner finished eating mango, he noticed the mango peel was the same size as his cat's paw. So he got an idea and made a bunch of mango shoes for his cats. When the cats put them on, they looked absolutely adorable. Seeing how much his cats loved them, he decided to make a matching pair for himself too. But that still wasn't enough. So in the end, he used every vegetable in the house. He made eggplant shoes, cucumber shoes, and even corn shoes. After that, he grilled them and started eating them right in front of his cats. And his cat's reaction was absolutely hilarious. This man grooms some of the naughtiest cats in the city. He always does his best to handle them, but they still scratch his face and hands. To protect himself, he wears thick gloves, yet the angry cats never miss a chance to bite him. Despite all this, he still loves cats and always manages to complete his work properly. No matter how naughty the cats are, he handles them with the sweetest smile on his face. This owner built a little cardboard train for her cats. At first, all of them were happily enjoying the ride. Suddenly, the first cat flew out. The owner quickly fixed it, but soon the cats started fighting over who would sit in the front seat. Seeing this, the owner decided to upgrade the train. She made bigger and stronger carriages for each cat and added soft pillows inside. Then she filled the last carriage with lots of treats. After that, the cats happily traveled to the mountains, explored the underwater, and even rode a roller coaster together. When these orange cats were happily playing with their toys, suddenly their other siblings started feeling jealous watching them. So the owner decided to make fur toys for everyone. However, the cats refused to give their own fur, so he gently used a hair collector machine to gather some loose fur. While they were waiting for the owner to finish making them, the cats enjoyed a little snack break. And after some time, the toys were finally ready. Now each cat had their own toy, and they could all play together happily. This man went out to catch his runaway orange cat, but soon realized his real cat was still at home. The one he brought back was just a stray that looked exactly like his, so he kindly decided to adopt it. A few days later, another cat ran off. This time, he was confident he wouldn't make the same mistake. But once again, it turned out to be another identical stray. And before he even realized it, those three slowly became a whole orange cat family. This girl pretended to pet her cat and then quietly walked away, but a hand kept petting the cat from behind. At first, the cat didn't think much of it, then something started to feel wrong. When she turned around and saw only a hand with no human, she ran away just like a cartoon character. From that day on, she became scared of being alone in the dark. So the girl decided to install lights around the cat's bed, but at night, the cats looked like tiny ghosts under the light. She then changed the lights to red, and now she is the one who's afraid of the cats. This owner taught her cat how to ask for food whenever she was hungry. She showed her how to ring a bell and explained that ringing it would get her food. Soon, the little one understood that ringing the bell meant food was coming, and from that day on, she rang the bell again and again, even when the owner was busy working. Every time the owner came to check, the naughty cat would just stare at her, as if saying, "Now, where is my food?" This girl collected the loose fur from her dog for 2 whole years, and the result was truly amazing. She noticed that every time she brushed her dog, a lot of fur came out, so she decided to start collecting it. She stored the fur in a basket and thoroughly washed it. After it dried, she brushed it again to untangle it. Then she carefully wrapped the fur around a stick and turned the soft fur into yarn. Once she had enough yarn, she finally began knitting a sweater from it. She even made some tiny buttons. And just like that, the doggy sweater was finally ready. This owner taught his dog how to walk on 2 legs, and what happened next was truly unexpected. Every time he went outside, the dog followed him and walked right behind him like a human. Wherever he went, people were shocked to see a dog walking like a person. He even went grocery shopping while standing on 2 legs. He could even climb stairs all by himself. Soon, he enjoyed walking like this so much that he almost refused to walk on 4 legs anymore. This dog was born with only 1 eye, so to make sure he never felt left out, his owner came up with a brilliant idea. She bought several fun eye accessories for him and gently placed one over his empty eye socket. To make him look even cooler, she dressed him up in a little cowboy outfit, and just like that, he looked absolutely adorable. This dog accidentally pushed the table while playing, and the watermelon fell to the floor and broke. At first, she looked confused and worried about what to do. She even brought a packet of tissues to clean up the crime scene. But when that didn't work, she went straight to the home camera and started calling for Mom. She even said sorry.
不是，妈妈。
She sat in front of the camera with the saddest look on her face, so her mom decided to come back home early. At first, she was a little angry, but when she saw that cute, guilty face, she couldn't help but forgive her. When this man opened the lid, all the mooncakes were gone in an instant, and the dog didn't get a single bite. The second time, they disappeared even faster. Seeing this, the dog was determined not to miss out again, but this time he was tricked. It was just a lemon. He became very angry, so the owner gave him a bowl of noodles with sausage as an apology, but they kept the bigger sausages for themselves. This time, the dog barked in protest and decided to take revenge. Later, when the owner was eating dumplings, he politely asked for one. And just when the owner bent down to give him a piece, the entire plate of dumplings was empty in an instant. This dog thinks he had superpowers. One day, when the owner was changing a light bulb, he asked the dog to hold the broken bulb, but when he turned on the switch, the broken one suddenly lit up. The dog was completely shocked. To test it again, the owner placed another bulb near the dog, and every time it touched him, it lit up. Now the dog was fully convinced that he had real superpowers. He even dressed up like a Christmas tree to show off his power. But then the owner pulled out a remote control. The dog immediately realized he had been pranked the whole time and became very angry.